Welcome hockey fans to the second game of the Brian C. Stone Memorial Christmas Tournament, presented by Grady Sullivan Properties. And now, your visiting team, the Manchester Kings, are starting lineup. At left wing, number 21, Ryan Boyle. At center, number 10, Ray Tessier. At right wing, number 5, Peyton Tripp. On defense, number 18, Tyler Kidd. On defense, number 4, Ty Adams. And anywhere, number 35, Cam Woodward. And the rest of the Manchester Kings squad. They are coached by Ken Rivers and Matt Tate. For your home team, the Concord Crimson Tide. Starting lineup, at left wing, number 15, Tyler Moore. At center, number 23, Chad Olivia. At right wing, number 9, Nolan Walsh. On defense, number 7, Brady Beauregard. On defense, number 5, Reese Monty. And in here, number 29, Carter Heiss. And the rest of the Concord squad. They're coached by John Walsh. Our referees for tonight, Matt Smethurst and Jeff Costero.
It's the Kings and the Crimson Tide here on Manchester Public Television. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Brian C. Stone Memorial Christmas Hockey Tournament here from the JFK Coliseum. My name is Kyle Heavey, coming at you for game number 2 as the Concord Crimson Tide and the Manchester Kings battle it out to try to get to the next round in this tournament. Along with me is Braden LeBelzik. Bells, you've played in this tournament number of times. Concord seems to always have the upper hand, but this year could be different here. Both teams with 3 wins to start the season, but this doesn't matter as this tournament is all about who will come out and be on top. And you obviously have got to be excited to be a part of this from the booth instead of being on the ice this year.
Yeah, it's obviously very interesting to see both teams with 3 wins. It'll definitely be a good game for sure. I'm very curious to see what happens in this first period.
Both teams have sensational goaltenders. Cam Roberge in net for the Manchester Kings, while on the other side, Carter Heiss, the sophomore, is in goal. And you obviously have known this kid for a little bit here, Bells, and he obviously is up to the task here if needed be.
Yeah, the sophomore sensation did very well last year. I want to say he also got some All-State consideration last year as a freshman, which I know is really hard to do. So
very hard to do, but Concord has been able to win every single game so far, and this shot here is pushed aside by Roberge as Ty Adams trying to get it out of the zone. Concord comes into this ferocious. They have a lot of talent here and trying to start things off with a shot, and a good save as Nolan Walsh, the sophomore right wing, who is also the grandson of the head coach and Duncan Walsh, and his dad Tim Walsh coached Bo in the game before this. So a lot of talent here on this Concord squad, including the starting right defenseman Reese Mounsey, whose mother just got inducted into the Hall of Fame just a few weeks ago out in Colorado Springs. So Manchester, they got to love being the underdog in the 8th spot here and see what they can do.
Yeah, another thing with Reese Mounsey, too, his dad is a former UNH Wildcat. So that's another thing to add to that.
I mean, it's unbelievable to see how these two teams stack up, but Manchester, who has looked phenomenal against some wins, Wyndham being a big win, as well as the Goffstown Grizzlies. But the other night, we saw the first defeat of the year, a little tink in the armor here as the Merrimack Hollisbrook line. Ooh, nice save or deflection right there, and now sent the other way. Manchester trying to get the puck. They're able to finally do it, and a shot goes behind Heiss. And now coming the other way. Back and forth hockey through the first minute, and Roberge does a smart move and covers it up as Griffin Blaine, the freshman, was right there. And now we're going to get a full change for both teams, as coming back out on the ice will be none other than Ty Adams, who's doing a great job on defense so far this season. And we'll see what he can do here with the likes of Ryan Boylan as well. And into the corner it goes. Adams hits it into the corner. And a big collision right there doing that work. And getting bodied is Sean Mulkerin. And Mulkerin will be called for the offsides here. And the referees for this game are Jeff Postera and Matt Smothurst. Smothurst who just did the game before this, the Hanover versus Bow game, with Hanover coming out on top, and they're making their next round. They will stay and watch this game and see who they will face tomorrow in the 6 o'clock matchup. Shot goes kind of into the far end, and Manchester having some struggles in their defensive zone so far. Concord will look to take advantage of this, sending it back to their defenseman and Braden Beauregard. Braden will send it on net and now keep it in the zone. And now back behind it goes. Collision there. And Sean McColrin has been out there for a number of minutes here. And now another shot there by Beauregard. And we'll get a stoppage here with 12:44 remaining in this opening period here. Bells, Manchester, they're going to use a lot of energy in this defensive zone. They got to try to get things out of past the blue line here and make some changes here.
Yeah, it seems that Robers has been peppered with shots for the first 3 minutes of this game.
As he was peppered pretty good the other night on the hands of the Warhawks is what the team is called now over there in Merrimack. So now going down the other side, and now a stoppage on play is doing a smart decision and covering it up is Carter Heiss, and we'll get a face-off now in the offensive zone, and Manchester now will change out their right wings and centermen and now see what they can do here. Concord will win the face-off and go behind the net. Losing it, though, and sending it back behind. Now putting the pressure on is Manchester. See what they can do, still behind the net. Concord will try to go 200 feet, but now great job right there trying to change things up. And Johnny Nazara, who's been a sensational player so far, and trying to go side-to-side pass, but it did not work, and now Roberge kind of gives it to a Crimson Tide player, trying to set that up on the left wing. Deflection there in front is going to be pushed aside, and now Manchester got to try to send this puck, at least send it for an icing or something here. It stays in the zone. Concord just throws it down low again, and they're using their size and speed here, Bells, to try to make things open. This first line of Tyler Moran, Chad Lavriere, and Nolan Walsh seems like they are looking pretty good here.
Yeah, they're definitely keeping the pressure up. Nolan Walsh has been everywhere so far. He's been passing it, he's been shooting it, he's just been everywhere.
And deflection that gets into the neutral zone. Concord will still take the puck, and Walsh, who had it for a moment there, but offsides on Manchester, delayed offsides, and still referee's got his arm up in the air, and finally we're all clear to go. Into the zone it goes. Nice stop and go. And bouncing puck that makes it difficult for Manchester to keep a possession of it. Now here we go the other way with finally getting out of the zone is Ryan Boylan. Boylan will set it down. It did get deflected here. Ty Adams was hoping that the puck would end up on his stick. It did not. And some changes here for Manchester as very quick line changes here, which is a great thing to keep the energy going. But Concord, look at this, a 2-on-1. Looking shot and save right there. Well done as Austin Proul was looking to get himself a goal. Now coming the other way. Steal backhand attempt, bouncing around, and it's going to go out of the way. And the Ice Monster taking out one of the Crimson Tide. Griffin Blaine was going to try to stop that, and unfortunately it did not work, as Camelot is what I officially call the Ice Monster here at the JFK.
I want to highlight Cam Robers in that play, shutting down Austin Prolix. That was perfect. He shut the door, nothing there.
Well, let's see if he can stay strong here as we're 5 minutes into this contest. Manchester wins the faceoff, but is not able to get a clean shot on net. They're going to try to send it down, and now again another delayed offsides here as Luke Vadas was wanting to get that possession but did not cross the blue line. Fight in front, trying to turn around. Manchester needs to get this out of the way. Now a shot there, high, just goes above as Jack Noel was trying his best. Jack, just a sophomore, looking to get on his first points of the game, or first points of the season here. Obviously, these points don't really matter as much in this tournament here, but a lot of pride goes into this as well, Bells.
Oh, yeah, it totally does. I mean, usually when you win this tournament, you're coming off hot. You're usually the team to beat, you're usually the team to beat after the tournament, so.
It's a good vantage point of how good you guys are looking and what you need to do differently to be tops in Division 1 or Division 2. And now Concord into the neutral zone, trying to get a long pass, did not connect, as looking to be on the other side was Mulkerin. And a stop here with 8:54 to go. Good back and forth so far here through the first 6 minutes, Bells. And, you know, I love the way that Manchester has been able to take all the battles here in the defensive zone. And now all it takes is a face-off win. Ty Adams looking to get the puck and able to send it down low. And stolen here, trying to set something up in the middle. And another stoppage in play. And obviously there are a lot of defensive pressure there from the Crimson Tide, not able to get a nice give and go or a nice one-timer there. So we'll try to do it again here from the opposite corner. Doing the face-off duty was Frank Tessier, and Frank has been the engine for this team so far. And nice stoppage there, but just goes past the net. Now behind. Concord setting something up. Good stop right there. And still not able to get out of the zone, though. Deflected pass, and Tessier has to get this puck somehow to get out of the zone. It's going to come around and give it to Ryan Boylan. Boylan will take it himself, cuts back behind the net, and he will be the general here to send it up, and back into the Concord zone it goes. Under 8 minutes now to go in this opening period, still scoreless. Kyle Heavey and Braden Lebelzik here, and nice turnover here. Frank looking to make something happen, cuts down and it gets kind of taken out. No referee arms up in the air, so Concord will try to take this and come the other way. Oh, big collision right there. Nice job by 24 and Tyler Mayo, who made that collision. Concord having some issues here. Manchester putting the pressure on. A little tappy tap there from the stick. And out of the zone it goes, but it's deflected off of Manchester King's skate. And into the neutral zone it goes. Concord has to go back into their zone. Now we'll send it down on Roberge. Roberge will just cover it up. And with 7:10 remaining, we'll get a face-off below us here in the Concord offensive zone. All full range line changes here for both teams. And we'll see what this top line can do here. Actually, will not be the top line. It'll be the third line. Jack Farr wins the faceoff. Shot there from the point. Ian Mamos out there as well. Ian just a junior, and he's fighting things off here as well. Into the Concord zone. Manchester certainly liking to put a lot of pressure on the puck handler. And certainly that's a nice spot here. Shot there, just goes wide off and we will get a whistle here, and we'll see what this is.
So far, Kyle, I'm really liking what the Manchester Kings have done. It seems like they've been pressuring Concord really well. They've been playing well in their defensive zone, avoiding passes. Yeah, I think that's a key for this game so far.
I think the whistle was the puck, the net came off the moorings, because the face-off will still come here, and no one's in the penalty boxes for either team. So, and Concord able to win that face-off. And yeah, I agree with you, Bells. This has been a nice look here for Manchester, but they got to stay strong here as coming down with some speed, skating around, looking to set something up from the defenseman. Now unable to get really a clean shot was Beauregard. Now out of the zone it goes, and this will go for the first icing of this contest with 6:12 to go.
But yeah, again, obviously building off what I said earlier, Manchester's played really well in the defensive zone so far to start this game. I'm very impressed with Manchester so far.
I think that with a couple days off, the Christmas break, and everyone, same thing with working out. You just got to give your body a rest a little bit and come back strong. And liking what we're seeing here so far. Shot here with, just misses wide, and he trips his own teammate. Tyler Moran had a chance there, and Moran will get the puck in the corner. Battle ensues. He's going to send it down. Chad Lavriviere. Now Manchester sends it down and does not go on net, so it'll go for an icing, but that top line of Concord seems to be very tough there to deal with.
Yeah, they seem to have very good chemistry. They seem to find each other across the ice going back door so far.
And doing the face-off duty would be Tyler Mayo facing Matt Vachon. Mayo will win it. Quick shot that gets deflected away, and Manchester will try to use the boards to clear it away. It does not work. Bouncing puck in front. Concord really trying their best to get a one-timer here. Backhanded shot, and we will get a whistle here as now the net off the mooring here for Manchester. So both sides of the ice, obviously a lot of hockey being played in this tournament over the next 3 days here, as well as public skating beforehand as well. So if any of you want to come down and watch some good hockey, you got public skating tomorrow at noon, and then the tournament starts up again at 2 o'clock. Shot there, deflected, and it was a slow roller. Bells, those are sometimes the toughest one. You're expecting it to be a different way, and next thing you know, it's coming slow at you.
Yeah, those ones are always scary for me, especially those dribblers, like you said. Oh, when they're like curved down or like they're bouncing on the ice, those ones are never fun to try to stop.
Thankfully, Cam Robridge was able to see that, and now away we go with Concord looking to set something up. Shot, and it's no good. Out of the zone it goes, and Manchester, a sigh of relief, setting it the length of the ice and able to give Cam Robridge a little bit of chance, but now Concord got to be patient here as their players got to get back on sides. Long pass in the middle of the ice, is able to connect. Good collision right there, just rubbing him out of the play. And now bad turnover here for the Kings. They got to fight to get it away, and they do. Now coming the other way into the zone. Shot, and a good quality one that kind of got screened by his own defenseman. And Will Sloper, loving to see this kid come in his first year for Manchester and make a mark for this Kings squad.
Yeah, that was a great play there by Will Sloper. Obviously using the other Concord defenseman as a screen. And
Concord will be kicked out of the face-off circle here. It was a little too early on that as Jeff Postera has to go get the puck again. And now face-off win from Manchester. Shot, it gets deflected, and now this is a bad spot right here for Manchester. Trying to make it things. Oh, he just was not able to get that cleanly. Lucky there for Manchester. Shot gets deflected. It gets some redemption, trying to anyway, from Jack Raffar. Jack will not want to see the replay on that, as he just was not able to get a clean possession deflected off his shin guard, and had a one versus goalie opportunity. But now Concord still with the puck in this zone. Deflected away and off it goes out of the zone. Well done by Cade Tripp just to get that away. And now a mistake there by the Crimson Tide. Puck sent back behind, and line change here for Manchester. Concord trying to take advantage of this. Puck goes across the crease and not able to go in. And now coming back the other way. Smart move, just sends it down low. Shot from a tough angle, and it'll be covered up by Carter Heiss. And with 3:23 to go, is still in a scoreless game. Game number 2 of the Brian C. Stone Memorial Christmas Hockey Tournament here from the JFK Memorial Coliseum. And we got a good one so far, Bells.
Yeah, a couple key moments missed there by Concord. Especially some good plays by the Manchester defense, too.
Manchester just seems to be shooting it right into the Tide forwards, and they're able to go the other way. And now a offsides will be called on Manchester. They just were not trying to come back to clear the zone, and something that Jeremy Baker is going to probably speak to them about in the intermission break is, guys, the referees are yelling for you to go back beyond the line. Listen to them.
Yeah, I really liked what Coach Baker's done so far. He's gotten pucks deep. He's played in the defensive zone very well. It's almost like they're running a trap, Kyle, where Concord would just come in, get a shot on Cam, and then they just get the rebound out.
Well, Ty Adams will have to go back behind the net. Gets it across ice. Now a nice spin move here. Oh, now taken away by the Tide. Clearing. Oh, not sure if that was saved or what that was, but it did not get past Cam Roberge. And sending it down is Tyler Canton. Canton will just clear it out of the zone. Smart decision here with under 3 minutes to go. Still scoreless, like we said, and now a turnover here by the Crimson Tide. Oh, no, this is Concord, though. We'll take it the other way. 2-1, shot off the post. Bells, as a goaltender, your favorite sound to hear?
Oh, I think so. That was a scary one. Again, the sensation, Nolan Walsh, the sophomore, almost.
And out of the zone and into the Manchester box it goes with 2:11 remaining, as just trying to backhand it out. Did get out of the zone, but they're going to put it back into the offensive zone for the Crimson Tide. We'll see what Max Volcanis can do versus Tyler Mayo. Mayo wins it, and now shot there. It deflects away, and Manchester will get the puck, trying to clear it out, and they are able to. It will not go for an icing as it deflected off of the defenseman and Braden Beauregard. And now Manchester will try to take this puck away, trying to curl around, and Concord sent down. And look at this, the speed of the Tide, but great defensive work by Manchester, able to be behind the play and able to make something happen there.
Yeah, that was a great play by number 10, Frank Tessier. Again, I think you said it before me. He's been the highlight of this Manchester team.
And makes a play, gets interfered with, shot, and not able to go in as Carter Heiss was able to get that. But, boy, with 88 seconds to go in this opening period, we're loving to see there's some good hockey here. As Concord TV here, Manchester TV here. We got Braden LeBelzik, Ken Kale, a lot of famous hockey players and announcers from around the state here for this tournament today.
Yeah, it's great. This tournament's the best part of the year.
And Ty Adams trying to just knock anyone over he can, and sent down deep, but to no Tide players. But seems like they don't mind playing some defense and offense. And look at this, shot there, goes wide. And 1 minute remaining. Shot gets deflected away, and out of the zone it goes. Tide still have possession, but now it's stolen away. Chance for the Kings, tough angle. Shot is going to go out of play, but really impressive to see what Johnny Nazaro was able to do there with trying to take that puck and shoot it from a tough angle.
Yeah, that was a great play, stealing it from Braden Bogart, getting a shot on goal. If you're Coach Baker, you got to be happy what you're seeing there. 48
seconds remaining in this contest. Face-off in the deep into Concord zone, sent behind the net. There to get it is none other than number 15, Tyler Moran. And now coming the other way, opportunity. The shot is stopped. Cam Roberge able to just stand on the doorstep and able to stop Chad I can't say his name properly. LaRiviere, yes. I need to think of the college more. LaRiviere. And now, being taken out. A shot there, still a puck in front of the net, and sent down the length of the ice with 25 seconds remaining. Into the zone, Concord goes, trying to get a shot there, and almost goes across the crease. And Manchester will just try to slow things down to the final 10, get a shot opportunity, and try to take a 1-0 lead. I think a tripping call there that will not be had. The puck net comes off the moorings, and that will do it for the first 15 minutes of game number 2. The Tide 0, the Kings 0, and what a fun 15 minutes it's been here from the JFK. Braden LaBelze, your thoughts there?
Yeah, I think if you're Manchester, you got to keep it up, keep the pressure on, play the D zone well. If I were to give Manchester a grade after that period, I'd give them a solid B+.
Well, we'll see what they can do in the second period with their B+ grade and be back for period number 2 as Kyle Heavey and Braden LaBelze on Manchester Public Television. Back with more right after this. Back for period number 2, game number 2 of the Brian C. Stone Memorial Christmas Hockey Tournament. The Concord Crimson Tide and the Manchester Kings scoreless through the first 15. Braden LaBelze and Kyle Heavey here. Bells, we got a lot of shots on net here for Cam Roberge. 14 shots. He was able to stay up to the task. But as a goalie yourself, that's a lot of shots to take in the first 15 minutes.
Yeah, if that keeps happening, that's, if I can do math correctly,
42 shots.
42 shots. Yep, thank you, Kyle. Yeah, that's a lot of shots for one hockey game, that's for sure.
I mean, you obviously had played in this a number of times. Is it difficult to try to get into a rhythm here a day after Christmas and having so many games in a short amount of time? Or is it kind of just, you're young, you're fine, everything's, you know what you have to do?
I would say it was the second option for me. Obviously, having that break is awesome. For Trinity, we always had a 3-day break, so it was really good to get that rest in.
And now Manchester had tried to get something going, and now Ice Monster Camelot coming into play for both teams here, and we're instead going to get a penalty, and Cade Tripp is going to be called for the tripping here. And a tough way to start this, or actually it looks like it might be a cross-check. We'll see what the referee, Matt Smothers, has to say here. And either way, Cade will head to the penalty box. And Jeremy Baker has spent a lot of time with Cade trying to get him to be the strong player that he is, but sometimes you just don't realize your strength that you have.
Yeah, obviously when you're that tall, it's pretty tough to hit kids smaller than you. This is really going to prove what Manchester's up to this game. Are they up to the task?
Well, Tyler Moran get kicked out of the face-off circle. Instead, it goes to number 17, Austin Pruill. And Concord looking to set something up here. Shot goes, the pass goes wide, and now look at this. Manchester putting the pressure on, and another pass, and instead, Manchester killing some quality seconds off this 5-on-4 penalty.
Yeah, obviously so far so good.
Pass makes it up to Moran and sent out of the zone, bouncing puck. And look at this again, a chance that puts the goalie on his heels a little bit. Penalty kill for Manchester has looked pretty good. They did allow a power play goal on Monday, and shot just gets deflected away. Still a minute 15 on the 5-on-4 for Concord. And out of the zone it goes. Kind of lazy pass right there. It's one thing it's kind of tough is the laziness and trying to think that because it's a fresh coat of ice, the puck's going to get there. And now Manchester sends it back down behind Carter again.
Yeah, again, good penalty kill by Manchester. They seem to be doing pretty well.
Nolan Walsh with some speed kind of gets bumped into the, and now the puck still in the Concord zone. They're going to send it down deep. Back behind the net it goes, trying to turn it around. Looking, cutting back, and Concord ready for a one-timer here. Holds it off, going to pass it around, and kind of a pass that did not connect, but Concord still with the advantage, trying to set something up here. Shot, you can hear it deflected off of Roberge. Looking, waiting, being patient here. Shot, and it goes in, and the Concord Crimson Tide take the 1-0 lead. And who else but Reese Mounsey able to get the Crimson Tide on the board.
Yeah, that was a great shot by Reese. Looking around, scanning, sees nothing, puts it top corner.
Oh, the freshman looking strong so far, and a power play goal for the Tide with the 1-0 advantage here, as Roberge was screened pretty by a lot of big players here from the Tide, and hopefully the Kings can work on that for the next time. Now Concord with the face-off win into the zone and trying to clear it out. Finally it does, and skating back, the tallest player in Division I hockey is none other than Michael Berry.
Yeah, if I was 6'7", that would be awesome. I would take up the whole net.
And now Manchester unable to get a pass. It gets out of the zone, but they'll take possession and send it down. Barry will try to decide what he wants to do with it. He's going to send it back. Smart move right there to Finn Groffair, excuse me. Nolan Walsh got the assist on that goal and now trying to push it in, and looks like they are celebrating. Did a second goal of the game here.
Goal.
Really wasn't much excitement. I thought the whistle meant that Robridge had the puck, but instead it's going to be a goal, and Austin Proulx will come and be the frontliner for this goal here. And now it's a 2-0 game within the first 3 minutes of the second period.
Oh, that's a tough one. I think that was behind the goal line. I think it just bounced off Robridge and in.
Oh, you hate to see that for sure. And Bells, I know you've probably given up a 1 or 2 in your past career here as a goaltender, so you understand the frustration right there.
Yeah, those ones are always tough ones. It's just there's nothing you can really do. You just got to seal the post, and Robridge didn't seal his post.
And also, it's tough with a rolling puck sometimes, too.
This is where Manchester needs to really bounce back here. They need to find their gear, find their groove, and really step it up, because 2-0 already is not a good sign.
Well, Manchester will take it and now get it out of the zone. Pass just did not connect. It goes cross ice here, and Barry will take it, use the glass, and get it out of the zone. And now trying to find a teammate. Manchester back and forth. They've been on their heels most of this first 4 minutes of the second period. And now another shot from afar off the post. And it's going to be held on to, and Robridge will get a chance to breathe here. And wow, everything's going in Concord's way so far as Patrick Owen rings the crossbar there. And with 11:10 to go, the faceoff will come in the defensive zone for Manchester.
Yeah, another close one there for Robridge.
And now Owen again will send one down. Pass finds his teammate first into the corner. Now Manchester does not clear the zone, so Concord with a chance here. 3-on-2. Shot and held onto there by Robridge. And what else can you do there? It's not like Cam Robridge isn't trying his hardest here, but a power play goal and just a tough one there. And teammates got to rally for him here, as he has been quite the goaltender here for the Kings throughout this first 2 weeks of the season.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, Kyle, but I think he allowed 2 goals for the first 3 games, if I'm correct. Something along those lines?
He gave up. He went 5-0 in the first game. Then he gave up 1 goal against Wyndham, and then gave up a shot there. We'll have to do the math really quickly and see. I believe he's only given up 6 goals on the year.
Yeah, that's really impressive through 4 games so far.
And Aaron Bodwin, his backup goaltender, waiting in the wings as well, waiting for his chance to get some ice time. But Cam has been just in such a smooth rhythm. And a penalty here on the Crimson Tide. Shot there, goes wide. And now Robridge comes out of the net. It's going to be a 6-on-5 here until the Tide touch the puck. And they do. And now we'll see if we get another penalty here, as it seemed like Cade Tripp went down with a little bit of a trip as well.
Yeah, that was a hook, I think, on number 23, Chad the Riviere. I don't know if that one was called, but it looks like it's going to be an interference on number 7, Braden Beauregard.
Well, Beauregard will be a top defenseman here. He started on from the left side, and he's a captain, so he'll have to go take his time. 2 minutes in the box, and Manchester will try to cut this deficit to 1 goal with a power play if they're able to. Fighting for it here down low. Sent back. Just trying to find the open man here so far, and now losing it, and it'll be a 2-on-1. See if that's called a hooking there. Short-handed, and Concord gets a shot on net. Robridge up to the task, and now coming back the other way. Kings bringing it into the zone. Cutting back. Fighting for it, and able to keep it in the zone. Round Concord will clear it out as it actually goes into the Manchester bench. That's always a tough spot right there. I mean, you're sitting on the bench, you're watching the game, and next thing you know, puck comes flying at you, and it seems like everyone is okay there, as Ty Adams looks like he took the brunt of it here, as he is kind of has his head down, and does not look like he is feeling so hot after that. We'll see what they can do here with another face-off. Frank Tessier was hoping to get it, but Michael Barry sends it down the length of the ice. They've killed 45 seconds, have the Tide. Kings will bring it back around the net and set something up to go the length of the ice. Tide will send it down on net. And Bells, those are tough ones here. You see it flying through the air from 75 feet, and, you know, kind of black dot against the, you know, across the ice is always a tough thing to see.
Yeah, I've always found those ones a little bit easier. This rink isn't too dark, so it's not too hard to track, but a place like St. Anselm's College rink, the Thomas F. Sullivan Arena, that one's a little bit tougher because it's really dark in there.
Manchester will bring it into the zone. Bouncing puck, it goes into the netting behind Carter Heiss, and we'll get a face-off with 50 seconds to go in this power play with 8:52 remaining in this second period. 2-0 Crimson Tide here, and doing the face-off here will be none other than Matt Vachon. I think Matt Vachon actually might have been the one to take that puck and not Ty Adams. But taken away, and now Concord 1-on-4, but it's killing some precious time on the penalty kill. And now Adams will take the puck and cross ice, but Michael Barry will take it, and he'll send it around, but it gets deflected. And able to bring it into the zone as Luke Vadas looking, gets it back, the puck behind the net. Michael Barry playing some good defense here on the penalty kill. Shot just goes wide. Ty Adams will get it off the back of the net, sending it back to Vadas. Vadas looking, got to send it to Adams. Adams will shoot it. Deflected into the corner. Last few seconds of the 5-on-4, and now they're back to even strength for both teams. And Barry will take a puck, deflects off awkwardly, and now Concord will bring it into the neutral zone, and we got looks like a hand pass or something there. Not exactly sure what that call was from the referee, Jeff Postera.
I'm thinking that's a hand pass.
Which will hurt the Tide, as they will be deep into their zone.
Yeah, that was a huge missed opportunity there by the Manchester Kings. They really needed a goal in that power play, and they couldn't find the back of the net.
Now sent around. Reese Mounsey ends up going. Nazora in front of the net looking to get the pass, does not. And now we will get a whistle here for a cross check. Looking to make his way to the box is Reese Mounsey. Well, actually, it will not be Reese Mounsey. It will actually go against the Kings, and that is none other than Andrew McLaughlin. So now the Tide, who already have a lead, will take the 5-on-4 with 7:37 remaining. Face-off won by the Tide. Something that we've said a few times here. Looking to step up, and what a shot right there by La Riviere.
Oh, I thought that went in, to be honest with you, Kyle. I'm surprised they didn't count that as a goal.
La Riviere skating, passes it back, looking to set something up, a shot. Oh, and what a beaut right there. The Tide score with 18 seconds on their power play and make this a 3-0 game.
Oh, what a shot by number 9, Nolan Walsh. That kid can really shoot the puck. Holy moly.
Unbelievable what he can do. And now all smiles here for the Tide as they are looking to go and defend their Brian C. Stone Memorial Christmas Hockey Tournament championship and make it another year here, as the Kings have played it hard here, but now 2 power play goals. Certainly the Tide power play looks to be very strong this year.
Yeah, that's for sure. Our other goal? No, 2 of their goals were on power plays. My apologies.
All 3 goals coming in this second period, 7 minutes to go. As now we get all the information about the power plays. Concord now seems like they've changed up what they were doing the first period to make it different here in the second. Into the corner goes, trying to get it out of the zone, and It does. Michael Berry will take it, passes it back. Just the defense to offense is quite impressive to see what Concord is able to do here, Bells.
Yeah, this period has been completely different from the first period. I feel like it was all Manchester in the defensive zone. Now it's just all Concord, all in the offensive zone.
And now you can hear Coach Tafe underneath us saying, we know what we have to do. Let's make it happen. Let's go. And now look at this great defensive move. Frank Tessier. Oh, what a save right there by Carter. And trying to keep it in the zone. They do. And a big collision right there in the middle of the ice. Concord, look at this. Chance the other way, but still having some struggles right there with that puck. Well, Brody Rossetti would love to have that back. He was trying to get behind all the Kings players, and now coming the other way with some speed, Matt Vachon, and a little tussle right there with him and Parker Lamb. Shot there, misses just wide. 5:20 to go in this second period. Concord getting pretty physical here with a lot of different players. Griffin Blaine being one of those there. Now, Kings slow playing it back deep in their zone. Going back and forth is Ty Adams. Adams fighting off a couple of Concord players. And now he will take the puck himself out of the zone. And puck will unfortunately get deflected away. And unlucky for the Kings as the faceoff will come in the Concord offensive zone here with 4:59 remaining in this contest. In this period. We'll see what Nolan Walsh can do on the faceoff circle. He actually loses this one. Back behind the net it goes for the Kings. They're just trying to get it out of the zone. They do, and now look at the speed of Johnny. Johnny trying to make a move. Kings will take the possession in the offensive zone. Puck gets deflected away. Did not make it to Carter, and now Concord come the other way. And holding on to the puck is Cam Roberge. Cam was dealing with something the other day in that game on Monday. The trainer actually came out at one point to check on him, but in an NFL-type move, he wouldn't say what was wrong with him.
Huh, interesting. I didn't know that, Kyle. Thanks for keeping me up to date on that.
It's kind of funny that you could be like, you could just tell that he was dealing with some sort of pain, but he didn't want to talk to the trainer.
Maybe like a groin injury of some sort? That's what I'm thinking.
So we'll have to pay attention to that throughout this tournament and throughout the season as well. As, those soft muscle injuries could be a tough thing, as goalies obviously have to jump and move around a lot. You are quite aware of how much work you have to do as a goaltender.
Yeah, your groin is a huge muscle too. It's a lot comes with that with doing the butterfly. So if his groin is hurting him, that's not great for Roberge.
Well, we'll see if it's just an ankle or what it might be. As again, he's doing his best in net here with this defending champion, Concord Crimson Tide. Roberge heard that off the blockers, and now off the perfect bounce off the boards there, and stays in the finally goes out of the zone. And now look at Frank trying to kick it to himself. He sends it back here. Big collision there. There's only so much that Luke Vadas could do. Concord back in with possession in the defensive zone of Manchester, trying to add another one. Tide player falls down, and Manchester tries to take advantage of that. Barry will skate around with the puck. Shades of Zdeno Chara with his height out there. A shot there. It gets deflected away. Bounces around, and now we'll see what Frank can do with the puck. Coming to the zone. He will take a shot, and a smart one right there. Kind of like exactly what Concord did on their second goal, is try to use the defenseman as their kind of screen and make a shot on net. So with 3:08 remaining, Manchester will get the puck, or the face-off in the offensive zone.
Yeah, Manchester just hasn't looked the same this period. I don't know what's wrong. It seems like Concord's kind of figured them out.
Now coming back around. Sends it back deep into the zone. Cade Tripp sends it to defenseman. Defenseman isn't able to handle it cleanly, and coming into the zone, able to make the necessary moves, and huge height difference right there, and we're going to get a penalty on Tyler Canton on this, and it's unfortunate here as he had the puck kind of leave his stick, or we'll see if it's actually going to be on Logan Parsons here. My apologies, Tyler. Wasn't seeing the numbers cleanly. I saw the 8, but I went to the wrong first number, and that is a 2 and not a 1. So now the Kings will see what they can do again on the penalty kill. They've led up 2 this period, and out of the zone it goes. Manchester trying to steal it to go the opposite way, and a big collision right there. Concord into the zone. And nice move, skating back around. Passes it deep down, and a goal for the Tide again. Their third power play goal, and they take a 4-0 lead here.
The Tide power play, killer today.
Unbelievable what we're able to see here. Don't give up the man advantage on the Crimson Tide. I think the rest of the...
That was number 15, Tyler Morin.
Tyler Morin already had 2 goals and 4 assists coming into this game. These points don't matter to their season standings, but there's a reason why they're undefeated in Division I so far. And now Manchester will flip it up high, taken by Michael Barry. Barry trying to get away from the likes of Luke Vadas. And this will be sent down deep for an icing call. So with exactly 2 minutes to go, we'll have a face-off down here. La Riviere and also Nolan Walsh credited with assists on that third power play goal.
They've been all over the stat sheet tonight, huh,
They
Kyle?
certainly have. I will have to get the numbers at intermission here. And now coming deep into the zone again are the Tide. Big collision behind the net. And this is able to allow Ryan Boylan to get the puck. Now getting hit into the boards, losing the possession. Shot there gets deflected. And now battle ensues to get the puck deep behind Cam Roberge. And Concord keeps it into the zone for now. As now it goes back behind, gets deflected into the netting. And with 1-2-3 remaining in this second period, we'll get a full-fledged yard sale of changes here for both teams. Here, Coach Baker saying, you're a big body, get in the way.
Yeah, it doesn't sound too happy down there.
And a face-off win by Concord. Shot there from the blue line. Gets deflected into the corner. Battle still ensues here to try to get the possession. Concord will keep it in the zone.
Big hit that. Yeah, big hit by number 12, Andrew McLaughlin.
Andrew McLaughlin. And 1 minute remaining in this period. Into the neutral zone it goes. Manchester battling for it. Keeping it in the zone here, like what we're seeing from the Kings in the final minute of this second period. It's been a tough one here. 3 different players in the penalty box and 3 different goals for the Tide here. But offsides here with 37 seconds remaining. Cade Tripp will come out onto the ice, as well as Dylan Gentis. And as well as Matt Vachon here for the Kings.
And then for the Crimson Tide, we got number 24, Tyler Mayo, taking the face-off.
And Mayo will take it and take a shot that goes wide. Mayo's been very good from the face-off dot throughout this game. And now shot from the blue line. Shot is saved and pushed back behind the net. But the Tide wanting to add one more in these final 20 seconds. Shot again on Roberge. Battle ensues in the corner here. 12 seconds ago. Puck goes in front of the net. Now Manchester able to get out of the zone. We'll see if K-Trip is able to get the puck. He is not able to. And now the buzzer will sound, and that will do it for the second 15 minutes of this contest. That period belonged to the Concord Crimson Tide. 3 power play goals have disrupted the Kings' hopes to make it to the next round of this tournament, but still another 15 minutes to go. And, for Cam Roberge, not much you can do here, Bells.
Yeah, obviously we don't know the shot totals from that period, but he took a lot more shots than the sophomore goalie Carter Heiss. Some of those shots were very impressive shots by some of those Concord kids. So, there's not much to be too mad about there, but obviously you're down 4-0.
Yeah, we'll take a breather here, get some shot totals and the goals and assists here, and be back for the third period of the Brian C. Stone Memorial Christmas Hockey Tournament. Crimson Tide and Kings back with more after this. And we're back here for period number 3 of game number 2 of the Brian C. Stone Memorial Christmas Hockey Tournament. A tough second period there for the Manchester Kings, giving up 3 power play goals and now at 4-0 deficit. Braden Belzic, we were able to get the shot totals here for the second period in the game overall. For Manchester, Cam Ruberge, 24 saves on 28 shots. For Carter Heiss, though, just 11 saves total in the game, just 4 shots on net for that second period. Concord really put the lockdown on this game in that second period, utilizing the power play time and time again.
Yeah, if you're just joining us on Manchester Public Television, that's kind of been the story of this game, is that second period.
A scoreless first 15, but Concord was able to score just 2 minutes and 4 seconds into the second period, and then was able to just utilize their speed and tenacity. And with the likes of one Nolan Walsh, who's got a goal and 2 assists in this game, he really has been a huge product of this Tide to really take advantage. And just a sophomore, and we're going to see Reese Mounsey for some time as well. This could be a long run here for the Crimson Tide.
Yeah, it's definitely scary for other teams in the NHIAA.
And now Manchester with a great opportunity right there, just not able to keep the possession. There was Will Sloper, and Will has been very good so far in this contest as well. And good stop there by the defenseman, able to send it around and trying to use the glass to get it around, and unable to there. Now Concord looking to make something else happen, sending it down low, able to get around the likes of McLaughlin. Shot in front, just barely stays out of the net. And Barry has his pass deflected in the air. Now Manchester will change up the lines here and get some fresh legs out on this ice here. Now Concord shot there, pushed aside by the blocker, and Manchester tries to go the other way. Dylan Gentis was trying to get it, but it goes for an icing with 12:15 remaining in this game.
The building's a little quiet right now, Kyle. I don't know if you've noticed that. It's really quiet in here.
Yeah, I can kind of hear a lot of the skating, but overall there's no music. There's just there's not much excitement here, and you kind of obviously this isn't basketball where you can just cheer on your teammates, but it'd be nice to hear something from Manchester just trying to get something on the board here.
Yeah, Manchester just seems like it's just they've kind of sat down. They need to step up.
K-Trip chases after the puck here, and out of the zone it goes back into the Logan Parsons, sends it into the bench here, and kind of got to realize that it's his own teammates. Got to avoid shooting him at your teammates. But now the face-off will come in the offensive zone, and Roberge skates out of net here for a moment, and now we'll see what the face-off circle can do with Jack Fire able to win that. Concord fighting with it. Back around it goes. Gafar and Ty Adams. Adams tries to send it up to Vadas. Vadas will go back into the circle, and around the net it goes. And now Frank Tessier will try to put on the Jets here. Loses the puck, tries to get it past. It's in his skates. He just did not know it. And out of the zone it goes. Back around will be Adams. Adams will send it to no one. It could have gone for an icing, but instead it was played by Carter Heiss. And Carter, out of the zone it goes. A 2-on-2 here. Concord trying to get some fresh legs out here as well. We'll send it back. Cross ice, and now back and forth they go between the D-men. Looking to set something up here. Concord being patient. Shot hits the outside of the mooring and will not leave the zone. And Cam Roberge finally says, okay, you know what? I'll take care of things.
Yeah, Concord's just been in their
Pestering.
zone. Pestering the Kings this period. They seems like they can't get the puck out of the zone.
Now face-off win by Concord. Trying to make something happen here. Passes to the defense. Shot in. A nice save right there. But just the patience from Concord. You can see that Brody Rossetti getting some quality time there and making some things happen from the left wing. Shot there. Trickles away. Rossetti will get the puck. Skating around. Dumps it off. And now high-low they go. Still kept in the zone here. Good job by Mounsey. Mounsey seems like takes a big collision there, and that stung him a little bit there. He was slow to get up. Still skating behind the net to try to get it himself. And now he tries to lay the boom. Concord, no defenseman back in that spot, and Manchester finally able to use that. But look at the steal in the neutral zone. Skates around. Concord with a line change, but heck of a job by Ian Mamos, and a penalty will come. Give Mamos credit. He did a great job, but unfortunately the penalty is blown, and now heading to the penalty box.
Number 12,
Andrew McLaughlin
for a hook.
Tied are 3 for 3 on the power play with 10:28 to go. We'll see if McLaughlin can cheer on his teammates from the box as shot goes length of the ice to get out of the zone.
Again, you hate to see it if you're Manchester. Concord's 3 for 3 on their power play today. Oh, you just hate to see it.
And now into the neutral zone it goes, skating in with some speed, tries to find his teammate is LaRiviere. LaRiviere. And Ty Adams sends it down the length of the ice. Him and Tyler Canton have done a really good job on the defensive spot for the Manchester Kings, but the offense just has not been able to get one past Carter Heiss. Now into the zone. Frank Tessier with a big hit right there. Still into the zone, though. Tied with a shot that gets deflected wide. LaRiviere tries to bounce it back to his teammate, and Austin Proulx skating around, looking to make something happen here. Beauregard now it goes back behind. LaRiviere will take it. Being patient here, sends it back behind the net and losing the puck, but now trying to play some defense here is Morin. Morin will take it cross ice and able to have that go back behind. Tide just really putting the stranglehold on this power play here. Off the skate it goes. 30 seconds remains on this 5-on-4. Shot from a weird angle, and it will get deflected and go into the stands here. And some of the Pinkerton Astros that are here in attendance able to get that puck and put it back onto the ice. So with 8:55 to go, best power play so far, penalty kill, for the Kings in this contest.
Yeah, you've taken the words right out of my mouth, Kyle. They've looked very good in this penalty kill.
Will Sloper and Logan Parsons talking a lot here, and the face-off will come on the other side here. A lot of twos out there right now. Also seeing Johnny Nazaro. And now Crimson Tide getting kicked out of the face-off circle. So doing it will be Griffin Blaine. Blaine battling it out, falls down, and out of the zone it goes. A huge win right there for the Kings. Still 15 seconds to go. Coming in with a head of speed, but gets bumped in at the blue line. Kings doing a great job there. And the final seconds will tick away. And McLaughlin looks to get out of the box unscathed here. One last chance. Shot and a save by Roberge. And we are back to even strength. So good to see right there that Concord finally not able to capitalize on the power play. And McLaughlin will be in the face-off circle, facing the likes of Tyler Mayo. Mayo has been a pest there on the face-off dot throughout this contest. And now a shot on net. Heist wants to get himself a assist if he can. Into the zone. Trying to get a backhanded try there. Johnny Nazaro wants to put the Kings on the board here. We'll see if they can do it here. Shot goes back behind the net. Should be a call here. No referees put their arms up in the air, though. Logan Parsons with a shot, and it's going to be held on to. And with 7:50 remaining, a little bit of annoyance there from the Kings not getting the calls that they want.
I think we actually do have a call on that play there, Kyle.
Oh, we do have someone going to the box. I looked at the wrong referee. Only one of them had his arm up in the air, and it looks like Reese Mounsey will take a seat in the box, and the Kings will get a chance on the power play this time.
Not sure what that call was, but I would guess maybe interference, somewhere along those lines.
I think it was a tripping call is what I saw.
We'll go with that.
And Michael Berry will get the puck, backhands it around, and spun around. Tripping it was the call on Mounsey. So Kings got to go 195 feet here to try to get a goal. Setting things up. And just a slow roller. And that's a tough spot right there. The Kings could not touch the puck. With it being deflected, it could not time how to go into the zone. Deflected there, and Concord will say thank you very much and take the puck. Barry will send it down deep, and now having to skate back down and get it is Tyler Canton. Canton will actually take the puck into the offensive zone, backhands it, gets around one Tide player, still with the puck, looking, being patient, going around the world here. Finds a teammate, shot from a tough angle is saved, and Concord will clear the puck down the length of the ice, and we're under a minute on this 5-on-4. Concord's speed is a huge difference in this contest as they are skating left, right, north, south, east, west, all the little things up, down, and the puck ends up going a little too high and goes into the netting here. So the faceoff will come at the center dot here with 6:27 remaining in the game, 38 seconds in the power play.
Yeah, Concord's played very well in this power play. I don't even think Manchester has a shot on goal this power play.
Well, when you can send it the length of the ice, it's much easier here for Concord to try to kill this. And now here they are winning the faceoff, coming into the offensive zone. Shot there, and Roberge has to make the save, but Chad LaRiviere had all the moves on that faceoff right there, Bells.
Yeah, great. Yeah, obviously great move by LaRiviere, but I think an even better save by Roberge there.
Well, it might be the save of the game on that, and on the penalty kill, Manchester on their heels. Stick save that goes back behind the net. Coming around. Look at this. LaRiviere's doing some figure skating, trying to find the puck there. Coming around. Nice start. And now, killing the last few seconds, Manchester's got to go the length of the ice. And look at the tenacity of the Tide there. Puck still comes around, and my goodness, Nolan Walsh is doing things well here for the Tide in just his sophomore year.
Yeah, that was a great kill there, keeping the pressure on the Kings, keeping them on their toes.
Puck comes out of the net and trying to send it back into the zone is Max Volcanis. Now the Tide looking to make something happen. Shot and saved by Roberge. Oh, a little after whistle extracurricular by Finn Grofar, who's got 2 assists in this game.
Him and Matt Vachon had some choice words there.
Yeah, they just were curious how your Christmas was.
Yeah, wishing each other a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holiday.
Yeah, exactly. It's that time of year where, you got to be nice.
Got to be jolly.
Got to be jolly, exactly. And now face-off still on the dot. Manchester trying to get it out of the zone. They are able to, and now we'll see what the speed can do here. And just a collision there with a defenseman for the Beauregard just snapping this puck and deflecting it into the netting for a whistle here, but it was a 2-on-1, and Beauregard did a good job there. 5:11 remaining. Face-off win by the Kings. Shot there. Gets shot on net, but it's going to be saved by Carter. And again, Manchester wants to at least get one goal in this contest here. I know they're running out of time, 5:06 remaining, but for posterity and for pride, you want to get a shot. Shot and a save, pushed back to behind the net. Best opportunity of the day right there, Bells, for the Kings.
Yeah, great save there by Carter Heiss, moving side to side.
And now a turnover here. Kings not on the same page, tried to pass it up, but his teammate wasn't moving yet. And now back into the zone it goes. Concord trying to go cross ice with the pass, unable to. Manchester will send it down deep again. Concord now getting it up to the centerman, who sends it down deep, and Concord will get a change there. So we'll see how long they can keep it in the zone. And Brody Rossetti was only able to do so much. Now back behind the net. Puck just sitting there. Oh, a great opportunity there by the Kings. Just the pass went to the middle of the ice. No defenseman was in that area. Now back behind the net it goes. Manchester putting some pressure on, but Carter just up to the task so far. Now down the middle of the ice, shot deflected away. Heck of a job right there by Max Volkanis to not allow that shot on net. Now Parsons trying to get it up, and back it goes. Parsons will try again, and finally gets out of the zone, and it'll be a delayed offsides, as trying to get back was Sean Mulcairn. Now Tide will take the puck in their defensive zone, looking to set something up. Long pass, deflected, and now opportunity here. Tough angle, rebound, and coming around, Jack Noel, who obviously his favorite holiday must be Christmas. And Frank Tessier will try to do things himself. Shot there, and a nice job by Carter to push it up into the net, and under 3 minutes now to go in this contest. And we could be looking at a Carter player of the game at the way things are going here, but we'll have to make that decision in just a little bit of time, as the Kings will get the faceoff in their offensive zone, trying to get on the scoreboard here, and we'll love a Christmas miracle or some way or another to tie up this game. We'll see Concord into the zone. Shot gets deflected away, and Concord will still keep possession. Skating around, finds a spot, backhanded, and way up into the net there. Almost made it its way up into the second row where all the young ladies are. That could have been a tough spot right there.
Yeah, I want to go obviously off of what you said earlier, Kyle, about Carter Heiss. He's looked phenomenal tonight. This if he gets a shutout tonight, that would be his second of the year. Yeah,
that's a pretty good spot right there for your sophomore goaltender, who is only allowing a half a goal a game so far in the season.
I also do remember that he was the MVP of the Christmas tournament last year, so great start for him so far.
As the clock continues to tick, Manchester still not giving up, which we love to see that as well, as this team that started off 3-0 and might have 2 losses in a row and nearly end up in his own bench, but this will go for an icing, so 2:08 to go. The puck will come 175 feet the other way, and you can see some tired bodies out here for Manchester, as these guys have been out here quite a bit and trying to do everything that they can. Will Sloper out there will try to get the puck, and ping-pongs around and stays in the zone for Concord. Sent down deep. La Riviere will take it behind the net, kind of as they tripped up in some way. No call there, and Manchester now with some speed trying to get around, and only so much you can do. That defense of Concord, they really do not bite on the first move.
Yeah, they really don't. Marmosa's had a few chances tonight, and their defense has just stepped up and made the play.
Yeah, only so much Johnny can do. He on plays that would have worked against Wyndham and against Goffstown are just not working tonight versus the number 1 team in Division I hockey and the Concord Crimson Tide. Cam Roberge will just cover that up. Bells, fill me in here with a minute 39 to go. How far are goalies allowed to come out of the crease to cover up?
Okay, now that you mentioned this, Kyle, I do have a funny story. So our senior year, I wasn't playing, so I was on the bench, but my goalie partner, Brendan Hepler, came out behind the net and tried to cover it, and the refs gave him a penalty because you can't cover the puck behind the net.
Shot and a goal here for the Crimson Tide, and La Riviere able to get himself a goal. He had been pretty much only held to an assist in this game, but now is able to get a goal here with just 85 seconds to go. And now the Tide leading this game 5-0. Great assist right there by, I believe it was his line mate in Tyler Moran. And now a 5-0 lead here. And Concord really wanting to put a stamp on that they are still a team to be reckoned with here in hockey in New Hampshire.
Yeah, it seems like those first 2 lines have points galore tonight. But yeah, if we are going off that story again, I'm pretty sure you can't come out of the crease too far to cover the puck because Brendan Hepler, he came up behind the net, tried to cover the puck, and the ref gave him a penalty actually because he wouldn't move the puck.
Well, hope Hep is doing well and has memories of that still in his head as well. And now with just 54 seconds ago, a face-off will come in the Concord zone. After holding on to that was Carter Heiss. And I guess over the last 54 seconds, Carter Heiss has done a great job in today's game for sure. I guess you got to give him the number 1 star for not allowing a goal from the Manchester Kings. Obviously still some time. Tyler Adams will send that deep into the zone, and Manchester not giving up. They would like to still put one more on the board. Adams will take the puck again and use the boards to send it down deep. Having to skate down and get it is Braden Beauregard. His dad, Colin, went to school with him actually in college for a semester and was a fun person to have in your class. And a bouncing puck that's going to be held onto. I know Carter tried to throw it back behind the net, but it was a little too late there.
Yeah, I think just trying to speed up the game, get ready for the boss, get ready for the locker room.
Well, next game is supposed to start in 12 minutes. It looks like we might be a little bit delayed in the start for the remaining couple of games as the Bedford Bulldogs and Goffstown Grizzlies will battle it out in the next game. And now look at this, Concord with 10 seconds to go, looking to add one more. A shot, it's saved right there. It looked like it was in a tough spot there for Cam Roberge. And now more opportunity with the last few seconds off the clock, and that will do it as Concord is able to move on to the next round, and they will face the Hanover Bears tomorrow in the battle of 1 versus 4 in this Brian C. Stone Memorial Christmas Hockey Tournament. Carter able to get the straight shutout there. You can see his teammates all giving him some love as he will get the number 1 star in this game. Number 2, in my opinion, will have to go to one Nolan Walsh, who had a goal and 2 assists in this game. And Bells, I'll give you the 3rd star. I guess it's a tough one here with La Riviere getting that goal. He had a goal and assist in this game. And I don't know. Who do you think in here?
I'm thinking Tyler Moran. Seems like his name is on the stat sheet a few times.
Moran,
so we'll give it to him.
Yeah, that's a fair guess as he had a goal and 2 assists in this game. So that will do it for game number 2. We'll be back in just a little bit as the Trinity Pioneers will be battling it out in the 8 o'clock game. Bells, I forget who they're facing here. Exeter Bluehawks. So that'll be a fun one here. So stay tuned for a little bit. This has been a presentation of Manchester Public Television for Executive Director Jason Cody, Operations Specialist Joe Lara, Operations Assistant Brendan McCormick. My name is Kyle Heavey for Braden Lebelzik. It's been a pleasure to be with you, and we'll be back with more of this Brian C. Stone Memorial Christmas Hockey Tournament in just a bit.